gonna come to a seated position, whether that's cross-legged or in a kneeling position. And we're gonna start with, we're gonna actually do two different types of breathing techniques today. So two types of pranayama breathing. So the first one is called a Bhastrika breathing. Before we get into that, we're just gonna start with our palms facing down on top of our thighs or on our knees. And we're just gonna close our eyes. We're gonna take a big deep breath in through the nose and then breathe out through the mouth and exhale. Big deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out and exhale. Just two more like that. Big deep breath in and breathe out. Last one, big inhale through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Now the first pranayama breathing that I was talking about is actually breathing in and out through the nose. So you inhale, you lift the chest. As you exhale, you concave or pull the belly in and breathe out. So you breathe in and breathe out. I'll just show it from the side. So if you're from in that kneeling position or in that seated position, you breathe in, look up slightly as you breathe out through the nose as you concave the back. And if that breathing, moving the body is too much for you, just practice breathing in and out forcefully with the nose. So we're gonna close our eyes, start with that inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep going at your own pace. We're gonna do about 50 of these. I'll count them. Try to relax the jaw, unclench the teeth. We're about halfway. Keep it up. Going at your own pace. The more you do it, it'll just get easier and easier. About 5 more left. And then take a big inhale. Hold the breath. Big exhale. Hold the exhale. Then release the exhale to take a big inhale in and breathe out. And just sitting here in stillness, just feeling the effects of the breath. Just letting the breathing come back to normal. We're going to take one more big inhale in and hold. Hold the inhale. And then exhale. Hold that exhale. And then big inhale in. And just let the breathing come back to normal. You can open the eyes. Now we're going to come into the nostril breathing. So what you're going to do is take your right hand and drop your first 2 fingers down. And we're going to start by plugging the right nostril with the right thumb. And we're going to inhale on the left nostril. So you can close your eyes. We're going to take a big inhale through the left nostril. You're going to block it and then exhale with the right nostril. Completely inhale on the right side. Block and then exhale on the left side, left nostril. Long inhale, completely filling up on that left side. Block, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right, block, exhale left. Inhale left, block, exhale right. Inhale right, block, exhale left. Keep going at your own pace, starting with that inhale on the left side. Block, exhale on the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. On your next exhale, I want you to add the mantra or say the word hum in your mind. So as you're exhaling on that left side, hum at the bottom. As you inhale on the left, block, exhale on the right. So, inhale right. So, exhale left, hum. Inhale left. So, exhale right, hum. Inhale right. So, exhale left, hum. Inhale. So, exhale right, hum. So, hum. Continue with your breathing, continue with your mantra. And so hum means I am that. So it's an old mantra, meaning I am that, meaning that you're everything, you're the universe, that everybody's equal. So hum. And when you come to the end, or on an exhale, on hum, I want you to just slowly release the hands. The palms are facing down on top of the thighs. And then we're just going to take a big inhale in. Retain the inhale, hold. And then exhale through the nose. Hold the exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And then one more inhale. And then let the breath completely relax. letting your body to breathe naturally. Just feel the effects of the breathing through the nose. And then when you're ready, you can slowly open the eyes. And we're going to use that mantra throughout the practice today while we do our poses. Every time we take a breath in, imagine or think in your mind so, and then as you breathe out, hum. I am that, or I am. So our first pose is actually going to be cat-cow. So if you want to come to a kneeling position on your hands and knees. Just gonna have our hands directly underneath our shoulders, knees directly underneath the hips. You can tuck those toes under. You're gonna take a big inhale in, and we're gonna look up, letting that belly hang down, and then tuck the tailbone under, push through the hands, exhale, big inhale, big exhale. Going at your own pace, big inhale, and exhale. Stretching through that core, stretching through the back, and exhale. Just a couple more. And then coming back to flat back, you're just gonna come up into a downward dog position. So you're just gonna push those heels back towards the ground, push the hips up and back to the ceiling, fingertips wide. You can pedal the feet here, pushing one heel down and then the other. And then come to just push both heels down, feeling the stretch in the back of the legs, maybe in the back of the calves. We're gonna stay here for 5 breaths. And anytime you need a rest, you can always come down to child's pose. Just take a big inhale and exhale. You can sway that head from side to side. Inhale, exhale. Pushing those hips back and up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one here. Inhale and exhale. And from here, we're going to come back down to the hands and knees. And we're going to come into a shoulder stretch. So we're going to take our left hand, your palm is going to be facing down, and you're going to take it underneath your right arm. We're going to drop that head and shoulder right down to the ground. If you'd like to put a blanket underneath your head or a thin pillow, you can. And if this is enough stretch for you, you can stay here. I like to keep my hand on the ground to give a little bit more of a push to rotate that left shoulder into the ground. Otherwise, you can extend the right arm out over the top of your head, just holding it here. I'm going to stay here for about a minute. So taking a big deep breath in, deep breath out. And if you'd like to come back to the mantra as you inhale, so, and then as you breathe out, hum. Breathe in, so, breathe out, hum. Relax onto that shoulder, big rotation. Relaxing the neck, relaxing the shoulder.
If it's more comfortable, you can turn that palm to face up. Using that breath to take it to any area in the body that feels tight or tension. On your next inhale, we're going to slowly bring ourselves back up. And we're going to switch sides. So taking that right hand through the left, so underneath that left arm, starting with the palm facing down. As you slide down, drop the head and shoulder down. Rotating onto that right shoulder. Big inhale. Big exhale. Relaxing through the neck. On your next inhale, slowly come back up onto those hands and knees. And then we're going to make our way into a kneeling lunge position. So if you wanted to, we're going to start with the right knee down. So if you wanted to fold your mat up or put a towel or a cushion underneath that right knee, just for some extra cushion. And then we're going to take that left leg forward. So you can place the hands on top of the thighs, lifting the chest up, sinking down into that stretch. And if that's enough for you there, you can stay here. Otherwise, we're going to reach back with the right hand for the right foot. Bringing that heel towards your bum, stretching through that quad. Again, breathing here, inhale and exhale. If you want to, you can reach back with both hands if you have that balance. Lifting the chest up. Inhale and then exhale. Two more breaths here. And then slowly release that foot. Bring your hands to the floor. Bring that left knee down. Shift your towel or your cushion or fold up your mat, placing that left knee down, taking the right foot forward. Placing the hands on top of the thighs, shift forward to feel the stretch in either the hip or the quad. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now, option here to reach back with that left hand to grab that left foot, stretching deeper into that quad. You might notice a difference on the right and left side. And again, if you can reach back with both hands, lifting that chest. Inhale, exhale. And then slowly releasing the foot. Bring your hands down to the mat. Bend that right knee. Bring it back. Just gonna move that prop to the side.
The next one we're going to come into is pigeon pose. So if you have a block or a pillow, I'll get you to grab that. I'm going to take it to the left side of your mat. So you want to place the pillow right beside your left hip so that your knee is going to end up at the top of the pillow and your glute is going to be at the back of the pillow. So you're going to have a seat and bring that left knee up on top, making a 90 degree with that front leg. Now your back leg can be at 90 degrees, so your right knee is in line with your right hip, or you can extend that leg straight back behind you. Now option here to stay upright if that's enough stretch for you. Otherwise, we're going to fold forward. So if you had another pillow, you could place your elbows on top of the pillow if that's a deep enough stretch for you there, or you can come all the way down right onto the elbows. The head can just relax, folding forward. Big inhale, big exhale. We're going to hold this pose for about 3 minutes to find a comfortable position. If you need to change the angle of that knee, by all means, please do. Either staying upright or coming to fold forward over that left leg. And then to come back into the breath. Big inhale, big exhale. And if you'd like to connect back with that mantra, inhale, so, exhale, hum. Letting both legs just go relax as much as possible. Sometimes those hips get really tight, especially if we're skiing or doing any other type of outdoor activities. Or it just may be a place where we hold our tension. Taking that big inhale, using that breath to help release any tension. On your next inhale, if you've folded forward, I'm going to get you to slowly start to walk yourself up. And we're going to make our way into a child's pose before we move to the other side. So we're just taking your knees wide, feet together, extend those arms out in front of you. Let the forehead come to relax on the mat. Big inhale, big exhale.
slowly start to walk yourselves back up. Take your pillow to the right side of your mat if you're using your pillow. You want to bring your right hip to have a seat on your pillow. Take your right knee to the top, either keeping it at 90 degrees or bent. Back leg can be bent at 90 degrees or straighten it out. Staying in that upright position or coming to fold forward over that right knee. Big inhale and exhale. Let that head fall forward if it's comfortable for your neck. Remember to let those muscles, legs relax as you sink deeper into the pose. On your next inhale, take a big deep breath in. If you folded forward, start to walk those hands up. Again, we're going to come back into that child's pose. So taking the knees wide, extending the arms out in front of you. Big inhale, big exhale. Just 2 more breaths here. Then slowly start to walk the body up. From here, we're going to come into a seated position, but if you'd like to take your pillow, if it's thin, or you can take your blanket and fold it. Just going to start by taking the legs to a wide-legged position, just to feel a stretch through the inner thighs. And then if you want to take your pillow or your prop, then you can rest your elbows on top of your pillow. or pillows, depending on how flexible you are. And then you can bring that head down to relax the neck. Try to keep the toes pointing upwards. So try to keep them from rotating inward for this stretch, this pose. Try to keep the toes upward, keeping the legs engaged. Big inhale, big exhale as you fold forward. If you don't need that prop and you can completely fold, come forward onto the ground, please do so. We're going to stay here for about 2 minutes. Even though you're keeping those toes upward, really try to relax the body forward. Feeling that stretch in the inner thighs, maybe into the groin. As your body starts to open up a bit, you might be able to go a little bit deeper into that stretch. You can go ahead and move that prop forward a little bit more. But then once you find your position, come to stillness. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk the body up. We can move that prop to one side. And from here, I'd like you to take your right foot in towards your left thigh, or just tuck it in. So you're going to keep that left leg extended out in front of you. Keep the toe flexed. I want you to reach down with your left arm, reaching as far as you can. And we're going to start by reaching the right arm up and over. So you feel the stretch on the side of your right body. And then try to open up the chest. So instead of collapsing towards the leg, try to open up to the side of the body. Take a big inhale, big exhale. Big inhale. And exhale. Five more breaths here. You can turn the head to look downward if it's more comfortable for the neck. And then come to turn the body towards the knee. So bring your chest towards your left knee. Extend the arms on either side of the leg. And then folding the head forward. Big inhale. Big exhale. Folding over that left knee. Letting that head relax. And we'll stay here for 5 more breaths. On your next inhale, slowly walk it all the way up. And we're going to extend that right leg straight out in front. And bring your left leg to meet it. I'll just shake them out for a second before we move to the other side. So you can take that right leg out into that V position. And then take your left foot into the inner right thigh. Extend that right arm down, top of the right thigh, and then we're going to bring that left arm up and over. Big inhale, big exhale. If you'd like to take that left hand to the outside of the left leg or right leg, you can. Big inhale, big exhale. Opening the body up and letting it drop down, feeling that stretch to the left side of your body now. Two more breaths. And then let the arms release, going on either side of that right leg, folding forward, letting the head fold forward. Big inhale, big exhale. One more big inhale, exhale, and then on the inhale, slowly walk yourselves back up. We're going to take the legs straight out in front of you. You can stay seated on that towel or the pillow. We're just going to come to a forward fold. So if your pillow is really high and you have a bit too much of a stretch behind the knees, you can remove that pillow if you like. Otherwise, if it feels comfortable in the back of the knees, you can stay keeping that little bit of a lift underneath the glutes. What we're going to do is start by extending the arms straight up over the head, elongating through the spine, and then we're going to fold forward over the hips, reaching for those toes, trying to keep the chest up. And then exhale, you can fold forward over the knees, relaxing the arms, relaxing the head. You might feel a stretch in the back of the legs, lower back. much as you can into this stretch. Three more big deep breaths in and out here. On your next inhale, slowly start to walk the body up.
And from here, we're gonna make our way onto our backs. We're coming into a counter pose for that forward fold. So you can use your pillow or your block. I'll show the pose with both. So bring it to the top of your mat, close to the top of the mat. And you're gonna bring your body below that pillow. And you want the pillow to block to line up with the shoulder blades. And your armpits are just going to end up just over that bolster. And you can extend the arms out to the side, let the head relax, keeping the knees bent or legs straight. You can also take a pillow or a block and place it under your head if that's too much of a stretch for the neck. Now if you're comfortable there with that position, stay there, and I'll just show you the pose with the block for using a block. So same idea, turn the block sideways, placing the shoulder blades on top of that block, taking the legs straight or bent, and arms out to the side. You can also have the feet to the legs coming into that butterfly pose, letting the knees fall open. Stretching through the inner thighs. Whatever's the most comfortable for your body or where you might need some extra stretching. Connecting back in with that breath, big inhales, big exhales. And if you wanted to come back to that mantra as you inhale, so as you exhale, hum. So, hum.
On your next inhale, we're going to start to move the legs. If you've chosen to open the knees wide, start to bring them back towards each other. And then bring your elbows beside you, slowly bringing yourself up or roll to the side to move your prop out of the way. And we're going to come back on to our backs. Now keep your knees bent. I want you to bring both knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a big hug. And then you're going to take your arms out to the side like you just had them in that T position. And then you're going to take your knees all the way over, both knees together, all the way over to the left side. Now don't worry if your right shoulder comes off the ground, that's okay. Just coming into that easy spinal twist. Option to keep the head neutral, looking forward, or looking over that right shoulder. Big inhale. Big exhale. And then on your next inhale, bring your knees back in towards your chest, nice and slow. And then from here, again, taking the arms into that T position, letting the legs fall to the right side of the body. Again, not worrying if that left shoulder comes off the ground. Big inhale. Big exhale. On your next inhale, slowly bring the knees back in towards your chest. Bring your arms around those knees. Give yourself a big hug. You can bring that head in. And then we're going to slowly make our way into our Shavasana. So if you'd like to take some props, put the pillow underneath your knee. If you have a blanket and you want to put it over yourself, I invite you to do that now. So taking the knees wide, letting the toes fall out to the side. Letting your arms fall down beside you, palms facing up. I'm gonna get you to take a big deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out inside in the mouth. Do that one more time. Big deep breath in through the nose. Big breath out inside. Now let your body feel completely supported by the ground underneath you. And then I want you to bring your awareness to this center of your chest, to your heart chakra. Just want you to be aware of any sensations that you might feel there. And then I want you to imagine something that truly lights you up or that you love. It could be a memory, it could be a child, or a dog, or just any random puppy. Anything that lights up your heart, makes it feel light and bright. I want you to think about that image or that memory. And I want you to feel that energy expanding through your whole body. That lightness, that brightness, moving through the arms and the legs, up through the neck, through the face, all the way to the top of the head, and back down, all the way back down to the toes. Still holding onto that memory, onto that feeling, onto that image. I want you to expand that energy out into the room around you. And keep expanding out into the city you live in, the town you live in, the province that you live in, into the whole country. I'm going to keep going, keep expanding out into the whole world, all the way out to the universe, just expanding that love, that light, that energy. Now let your body feel completely relaxed, completely serene, completely safe and loved. Letting your body relax into that lightness, both in brightness and in weight. Your body may start to feel heavy, but light at the same time. Just completely relaxed. If you would like to continue to stay in your Shavasana, I invite you to do so. Otherwise, we're going to slowly start to wake up the body. You can take a big deep breath in and deep breath out. And then slowly start to wiggle the toes and the fingertips. You can extend those arms up over your head, taking a big deep breath in. And then slowly bringing one knee at a time in towards your chest. And give yourself a big hug here. And then when you're ready, falling to one side or the other side. Staying here for 3 breaths. And when you're ready, slowly making your way to a seated position. Once you find your seated position, closing the eyes, bringing the hands together in prayer right in front of the heart center. We're going to close with one Om. So we're going to take one inhale in, exhale out, and inhale, and Om.